And welcome back.
And welcome back. We have with us from the Department of Youth Services. I have to say I'm very proud and happy with the work that you guys have been doing. And we're going to be talking this morning about your portable studio. We have with us as I call him, the Christian star. I hope he doesn't take exception to it, but Garin Carballo, who is the manager. We also have with us the studio engineer and producer, Andrew Rhaburn, in the house. And we have the vocal coach and a star in his own right, Tyrone Nunez. Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Right.
So, let's talk about the studio at the Department of Youth Services. I think when we say congratulations, we also have to make an extra effort to say that you are now, you can officially brag that you are producing songs that win in competitions, songs that are being used by beats that are being used by the most popular artists in Belize, which means you guys have some serious collection of talent there at the Department of Youth Services. Tell us about it.
All right, let me talk, and then the producer. He's the man behind all of this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the studio has definitely came a long way. It started up with the vision of our director, Mrs. Allison Mackenzie, and it has came a long way. We have done the World Conference song, and if you guys have heard about the World Conference last year, it was a highlight for the department. It was the first ever youth conference yet to be hosted by the department in Belize. And so we teamed up with the Office of the Music Ambassador, and we had artists like Tanya Carter, Super G, well-renowned local artists. We also produce, as you all may know, the winning songs for the 3 of the winning songs. Let me see that. 3 of the winning songs
Say it, you should
for the last national song competition last year. And also we produced for this year as well, Ernestine's song. That one was produced also by the department.
Yeah.
And with all of that, we also engage a lot of young talent every single day in our studio. So we have a lot of young talent.
You've produced some of the originals that we've had on our KTV, the remix shows as well with those artists.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's another. Yeah, we definitely joined up with you guys and did that.
It's because it's just fascinating to me, obviously, and you should thank your leader there because she had the vision to see that this was a direction that young people were interested in and would want to be able to utilize at a youth service institution. And it's grown so much.
Yes.
So what is it like? You have to maintain a free studio for now artists and any other person interested in music to be able to access. How do you manage it?
The studio, how we run the studio is on an appointment basis.
Okay.
If you're from ages 13 to 29, it's free.
Oh, man.
Because that is the
I'm
classification.
1 year old. I'm 1 year old.
Yeah.
Miss it.
Well, we can make an exception. And so that's what we do. But for if you're an artist, because we also work with a lot of artists, and most of the artists that we help are those who can really afford, the actual studio time. Because as you all may know, studio time is very expensive. And so we at the department try to provide an alternative, that is workable for those artists as well. And so we also work with those artists on an appointment basis as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you tell us, because I know that, you can invest your money, you can go to Korea Electronics and you can buy one of the studio sets for $1,200. I saw one.
You've been doing research?
I've been doing a little bit of research, turn my mic up. But
It's gonna rap like a show.
just a little bit. Can't hear no bass in my speakers. But what can you tell us, Mr. Producer, Mr. Swiss Beats, Belize versions? What added value do you have from coming in and sitting with you and then we're going to expand to this portable studio, but what do you give them extra?
Well, first I want to say good morning again, everyone, Belize, all the young artists, all Belizean artists, all the producers, everybody. We're privileged and blessed to be, as my manager said, to be a part of, promoting young people, young artists, because Belize have a lot of talent. And a lot of these talented are not getting exposed, so that is what we're focused on. Yes, we work with a lot of artists. We have our YouTube page, by the way, which is growing tremendously.
Yeah.
All our new releases are on DYS. You just type in DYS Belize. Ernestine's song is out there. Deidre Greenidge, she's from our department. She won the Breakout Artist of the Afro Carnival competition with her first soca song, Belizean Wine. On the value part of it, I've been doing music for a number of years, and I can happily say I have just arrived to when it comes to the song production, because I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of practicing, so it takes a lot to everybody want this, how you call it, the big fat song.
What is that?
You know,
What is
when
that?
if you take a you want international song.
Yes, man.
When it comes to the music, the vocals, the effects, that song you get when you pop your earbuds in the ears and you know this thing has
High quality, high quality. All right, great. Layman's term. Thank you. You know, Andrea, you've done your own progression as well. You went from church musician to now beats producer.
Yeah. I'm still a church musician.
So you're producing new beats for church now? Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on some gospel stuff, and
We also have gospel
artists.
we have gospel artists come to the studio as well.
But my question is finding the right inspiration. If you're doing the beats for a rap song or a soca song or a dancehall song or a gospel song, like that means you have to be very diverse and just knowing the different types. Because it's not recreating what already exists. It's creating something new.
Yes, and that is a big plus, because I've been a musician for years. I've met a lot of amazing professional musicians, and so I always try to push myself as a musician. Sometimes I don't have break to like practice my piano runs and stuff because of the amount of work I have to do. Because it's a major plus for me, because if somebody comes there and wants to sing like a jazz, I have to be well acquainted with the blues and the seventh notes and the fifths and all these pretty notes.
I don't know what you just said, but
the expensive stuff. So we can't play 1, 2, 3 cards, because there are singers that sing on that kind of key range. It's not basic notes you need to find for them. It's actually the more musical notes, the more advanced stuff. And so well, like I mentioned the last time I was here, whenever artists come there or youths, most of the time they have an idea already, or maybe they heard a song from YouTube, So I work along with them. They would sing something, and I would play the piano and find the notes, Or if I'm well acquainted with that singer that comes there from time to time, I already know more or less what he or she would want to sing to. So when it comes to like the soca music, like DJ for example, I was listening on YouTube. I spent a lot of time watching YouTube. The latest
As a part of the
Marshall,
job, aren't you lucky?
the latest Deathstrap Patrice, and I try to come up with my own concept and also infuse the Belizean song into it. The World Youth Conference song was the first major one we did. We combined the paranda with the soca feel. So we're trying to recreate now our own music on the international level, bringing in the modern song. So picture a broke down music with the broke down elements. I have the jawbone and so, but with that modern day synthesizer song and that whole large, to be technical.
But talking about the international standard, Tyrone.
Hey, hi, how are
you? You are the vocal coach.
Yeah.
But you also have a very rich resume in terms of people you are related to.
Too, yeah.
Could you run through?
The reason, the thing about it is music, arts in a whole is something that's really kind of infused into our family. Like, I used to be on, when it's in a season of duets, I won a few competitions. My brothers, like, they produce music. My cousins, I don't know how many people know Max Revenue, the one that made Glue. There's Bang, there's also Kosa.
Big Bang.
Yeah, Big Bang, the big.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bang. Right, and I have also most of my relatives, including my brother. He did a song with DYS for the soca competition, Patriotic. So it's a thing, like if you don't know how to do some form of arts in our families, like you're not really related to us, right? Yeah. So it's something that's necessary. And when I came to the Department of Youth Services, I noticed that there were a lot of kids coming in and they were writing songs, and it wasn't really up to the level, an international standard or somewhere that you would want to put it, that you can say that they're efficient. Because efficient is just operating on an average standard. You want to be pro-efficient, operating on a standard higher than normal. So we want to try to, the idea of doing the vocal training is to help them learn a little bit more about their voice and how they can actually use it as an instrument in music, because literally your voice is an instrument. Mm-hmm. And most people don't understand the concept of composing music. They'll write a song, you'll start with Lean on Me, and they're gonna end with At Last, and then you're like, what are you writing? You're confusing us, right? So music composition is something that's necessary. So it's a twofold thing. You learn how to do the vocal exercises, the breathing techniques, and for the people who already have a lot of experience with singing and have been performing already on a stage, what I would do is just give them some advice based on their voice, right? Because every single person has a different voice, and some people have different issues with their voice, and some people are causing vocal damage to their voice that could actually be permanent based on the practices, your posture, and the way you sit. So there's a lot of things that they can learn from the vocal training. And then when it comes to music composition, not every, like I say this again, right? And I've noticed this a lot, and it's something that doesn't necessarily is a necessity, is an emphasis that I'm putting on this. They need to start working on creating music that, like, songs that are hits. You don't just make songs. It's crazy. Like, some people write a song, it's all right, you wrote a song, but it's not a hit, right? And some people are great singers and great rappers, but they never become famous because they don't know how to compose music that will eventually become a hit, and it's really having an ear for it.
Have you guys been able to merge? Because I know in some of the developed industry mainstream, you have a division between somebody who, for example, can sing very well, but not a good writer. So you have a ghost writer. Yeah. You know, like, for example, for me, for my next rap song, there's going to be a ghost writer.
Rap for us in a minute.
But have you guys been able to, in addition to just having the equipment there and having apparently excellent expertise in it and the discipline to be able to put it all together, have you guys been able to expand to maybe link, you're a very good writer, but you're a very good singer. What did you guys collaborate? Have you guys been able to venture that far?
The program that, well, here's the thing. Most of the kids that come in and have no idea, when I say no idea what they're doing, we run them through the vocal sessions, right? And when we believe at that point that they have become better and it's tweaked a little bit, we send them over to the studio. So the studio is the end.
Oh, good.
So there's a process that you have to follow.
Yeah.
But if you come and we hear you, all right, you can go straight into the studio. If you come and you pay your money and you don't live in Belize City, then we gotta pop. However it comes out, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna pop and you pop right back out.
So there's a difference between the young people using the program and those who are using the studio professionals.
Seasoned professionals.
Can I ask this too? Sorry, can I ask this too?
Yeah.
In Belize, because it's a new frontier, there's a resistance to advice. So, you spoke about people coming with issues with their voices.
Here you go.
But I might find that it's cute. Like, my raspy voice might be my Biggie. I think that, I'm Biggie. But you might think, God, this is the worst this guy's ever doing. Why we stop doing that? How do you, and you're pretty young, accomplished but pretty young, how do you guys manage to get Cruffy, Belizean, to accept the advice?
Patience.
I
think I've noticed, all right, from since I've been there, that wow, it's a culture. And Rhaburn always say, Tyrone, it's a culture. Like, you can't. Some people, like, I don't think that I need to do this or do that, right? And the attitude is a plus, because one thing I know for a fact, it's if you're talented and you have a terrible attitude, and you don't have good PR skills, no one wants to work with you. You have to understand that music is just not the talent, but it's also a business, right? And you cannot put your attitude and your,
You guys are impressive, I'll say that one time.
No, but I'm glad you asked that question. I wasn't gonna go so much along the Cruffy line. It for me, an artist creates, and when you create, it's your baby, and nobody wants to hear how to parent. Nobody wants to hear how my baby should be. And a lot of times we get fixed in personalities. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
I'm just shy. I'm not gonna do the full performance. I'm not gonna use a different note that you're suggesting, because I can hit those notes. You think you can, right?
Yeah.
But it's important because it's your final product. It's the DYS stamp that comes out. So what have you found are some ways to get the artist to open their minds to the fact that they are learning and not already accomplished?
What we do in the past, like what I said, we work with a lot of young people, young persons. And so the key thing there is patience. And the thing is, we understand that, yes, a young person might come in and might say, oh, well I'm already there. But when we take them through the process, they themselves get to hear for themselves that, you know what, I'm not there yet. And so it's like a self-actualization kind of thing that happens. And once they get that, then they're humble, and then they become humble enough to say, you know what, I'm willing to learn, I'm willing to take advice. And so it's just a process that we take them on. And that has a lot to do, with our character as well. And you're working with young people. I always say this thing, you have to have a lot of patience. It's not,
of course.
You have to be a bigger person.
Yeah.
What's the youngest person that you're working right now?
7.
Yeah.
She's cute.
You're
She's
so excited.
Right.
Is she singing, writing?
What? She could really sing. So for being so small, I've noticed that there's a lot of people who have the potential to become really, really great artists, but it's the fact that when they're singing sometimes it's not really up to the standards that most people would like it to be, right? So working with kids is pretty cool. Preferably, I would say that 12 is the best age to start them, right?
Their voice has changed
because that's when
already?
I started, but I wouldn't advise, like when they're babies, some of the reason I accepted the 7-year-old and the baby that was a bit younger is because when I heard her sing, I was like, you sound better than them and they're old. So we got her to come in, and she every time she comes in, she kind of makes my day because she's really cute. She's a really cute baby.
So we moved from the set studio to a portable studio. What's happening here?
Yeah. Well,
DYS on the
definitely
road?
DYS on the road, if you want to put it that way.
Coming to a district near you.
Yeah,
I see the pro.
One of our mandate as the youth department is to facilitate and accommodate youths as much as possible countrywide.
Yeah.
And we have, as you all may know, we have 11 youth centers countrywide in each district, in each region, and so we see the need, for us to expand not only locally in Belize, but to take the studio where maybe some young person that can't come here in Belize City, and so we see the need to go where they are, and so that's the.
But aren't there certain elements that have to be fixed? Like, don't you need good soundproofing? You don't hear the bus in the background.
Sponges on the wall.
Yeah,
well,
has technology changed that now?
Yeah, definitely. You can record a song in a hotel room, in your house, in your veranda. Once you have the right equipment and the right personnel, the sky is the limit.
All right.
And so, as you will see later on, we have a little setup of our portable studio.
So the portable studio is in our studio.
It's right here.
The
lounge.
As you see that though, talking about recording everywhere, there's a Jamaican artist who's actually recording in jail.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Will that be one of the stops that you guys...
Is it solitary confinement? Because those are padded, right?
As long as
will that be one of the stops that you guys will be making?
Well, definitely, we are collaborating with different agencies, youth agencies as well, and so maybe that's something we could, venture into for future. Yeah.
How is it going to work? I mean, with 11 centers
11
across
centers.
the country.
Yeah, it's going to be a tour.
But then you also have your Belize City Center. So what happens? You close here and then rotate.
What we will do, is like I said, it's going to be a tour. We will have a schedule set up.
Okay.
For each of the different centers, and it will be on our Facebook page in advance. It's going to be on our YouTube page, and also the centers will broadcast you know, when the studio will be there, so the young persons could get ready, get their songs together. You
Okay.
know? Yeah, and we'll be recording in our centers because we have real nice centers countrywide.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well-
This is awesome. Yeah.
And is it like, will there be workshops first and then
Definitely,
recording?
there'll be a workshop.
You're gonna do
aspect.
the groundwork?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
you have to.
this-
This
yeah,
is
we-
the
we-
ground. The
Yeah.
groundwork
we have
starts
to get
here,
the vocal
and
coach
then
on that tour.
they have to.
Talent
The groundwork
search,
has to
talent
come.
search.
Definitely, yeah.
So Harry Williams in Corozal has quite a lot of work on his hands
Yes,
coming up,
man.
right?
Yeah, yeah. He's been asking a long time.
But I'm sure this is exciting for young people across the country. If I live in PG, for example, the
Yeah.
bus ticket to get all the way
Yeah.
to Belize to record a song, I'm never gonna follow my dream as an artist.
Yeah.
But now you're gonna go to
Now we're
them.
gonna go to
Yes.
them.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna bring the
Yeah.
dream to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
That's
In addition to the studio, though, you know, part of the whole new vibe is not only producing the song, it's also the video.
Video production.
Video production, is that, where are we with that?
Yes.
That's not my department.
Well, we are currently working towards putting our video unit
Video
together.
unit, yeah.
We've also we've gotten some cameras,
Yeah, we're just getting some new equipment.
and so we're planning to shoot high quality videos for the young people, and
Yeah.
you know, because it goes hand in hand. You have the
Yeah.
music, people want to see the video. You have the video,
Yeah.
want to hear the
Yeah, it
music.
goes
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother and sister.
So we're gonna be putting that together, and you're gonna be seeing some official music videos on the media.
On that note, in regards to video, there's a lot of ads that we have already done, and all the ads that you guys see has been done at the studio by our technician as well. And
Check out kids,
they,
boys.
we also did some ads, for the elections in Bongri. That ad that you saw
Nice,
was
nice.
our
Yeah.
production.
Nice.
Yes.
So it's a lot of stuff that is happening.
You guys are going
Just
to do
go
some.
No, I was thinking I'm switching topics, so I don't know if you want to follow up. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because I'm thinking with the portable studio, it's interesting.
Yeah.
When you talk about youth development, a lot of times it's adults thinking of what young people want, and then they decide and they go for it. A studio is an investment. Let's not understate that. That the equipment you have costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just the ones in-house.
Yeah.
And then you have the personnel too, so that's
Yeah.
added resources.
Yeah.
What was it like? Was it a lobbying effort from the young people themselves to get the portable studio in place? I mean, how are things working at DYS? Or was it your adult counterparts who had the insight to see that it would be?
I think it's both ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both ways, because in the districts they have been requesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
High demand.
Yeah.
That's good though. Yeah.
So,
We're in the
That really
Yeah.
shows a great collaboration
Definitely.
between
Yeah.
adults and young people working
yeah,
together.
because we work closely with our
But it
youths.
also shows a strength from the youth department. It means
Yeah.
that the Ministry of Sport is doing,
Yeah.
of youth, sorry,
Youth,
is
yeah.
doing
Culture.
tremendous work. Because to be just responsive, if there's been a call for this and it's doing that, it means that it's somewhere that young people can get what they want done.
Definitely.
Can you just talk about finally the, in terms of the questions, because I know we have
We got to go to the
a
studio.
hands-on studio
Yeah.
thing. But just in terms of maybe you can articulate that, in terms of the value that you're giving to young people,
Yeah.
not only just in terms of music, but
Yeah.
in terms of just the well-being of youths all around.
you wanna
Yeah,
say that?
the department is very, we're very holistic in that regard. Yeah, we cater, I believe, to all aspects in regards to. We have a governance unit which deals with leadership and training. We have an entrepreneurship unit. We have a health and well-being unit, and so we also have a violent reduction. So it's very
Holistic.
holistic. Yeah, and so
Good work.
we try to get every era of that young person. So because the end result is for healthy youth development, is for youth development at its best, youth engagement at its best, youth participation at its best, and so that's what we are striving, as a youth department to accomplish.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're looking at it. We're not looking at it from this week or next month. We're looking at it in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Where do we want to see
Yeah.
the young
people?
Seeing the
So-
fruits.
Is there, and my final question, I know we have to go to the studio, but just one thing got triggered. You guys are doing excellent work. And one of the things I always worry about is when people start to age out. Naturally, in youth development work, people start to have responsibilities, families. It just becomes a lot more difficult to dedicate the time you do now. Do you have a plan in place, training younger people so they can learn the skill sets that each one of you have, so they'll there'll always be somebody with the full capacity to be able to continue.
Well, here's a great thing about that. Sorry, I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
The great thing about that is when they do the vocal training and do the breathing exercises, practice the skills, is literally what I was taught. So what I'm teaching them, they can teach somebody else.
Awesome.
So, and
Awesome.
they can
Yeah.
practice it as well. Practice makes perfect.
Yes, and also the technical part of it, because we would like to see, because our whole goal was to, not just for DIS, but the entire music industry in Belize, to encourage growth, and because we have a lot of talented producers as well
Yeah.
that do some wonderful work.
See,
And it's a sharing thing, because if the people from America can share with us what they do technically to get their music to song at a certain level, you know, we're encouraging to share the rest with the country as well.
Yeah.
And we want to train younger producers and engineers to maintain that standard, right?
Yeah.
You know, because at the Department of Youth, like what Tyrone said, he works with the singers and make sure they're ready before they come to the studio. So at the end of the day, you know, the department will push out the quality, not just in the music, but with the vocal and the breathing and everything, the clarity, the diction.
Yeah.
The
So,
enunciations.
and that's what we want to maintain.
Yeah.
Some people Creole is really strong.
And
so.
we have mixing videos as well on the
Tutorials.
YouTube page that show you how
Nice.
to mix soca, dancehall, and all of these.
I'm
elements.
excited.
All right,
Let's get
let's go to the studio. All right.
Yeah.
So we're shifting over now at this time, and we're gonna check out for the first time. This is the premiere, right?
Take your
And it's a
Of
surprise.
Department of Youth Services portable studio,
And this is not portable.
No.
and we're gonna get it set up so that you guys can check it out. You wanna go? You go.
And Marlene will be recording. This is
No,
what is
no,
happening.
no. Kevin is doing a rap. We've already decided that he wrote something yesterday.
Turn my.
That's okay.
I won't blame you. It was fun, girl. Don't say no, 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 no. Just say
A version of the Open Your Eyes theme song. But first of all, I'm going to quickly talk about the gear. Here we have the M-Audio Pro 61. This is a MIDI keyboard. So basically it gives you the feel and the response of a piano, and everything is rigged in the laptop. And it's running PreSonus a Studio One. And that's powered by this small interface right here, Focusrite, second generation. So you don't really need a lot to say, well, we need to get the same big speaker what the department have. You can do it all on just a headphone, a good studio headphone, and you can get the same quality, because it's equipment is one thing. Yes, you need great mics, but you know the rest of the stuff, it's the man behind the mixer, but it's your
Yeah.
ears. So,
Right. It's not that easy. Come on.
so
It's
and
that easy for him.
For him.
well, not really. I'd find it for years. So just the kind of line you want to.
So let's hear this big reveal.
So this is the September Carnival version of the Open Your Eyes theme song.
The remix.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
So
yeah, the refix.
all
Of
the
the
youth
remix.
artists out there, if you know, I drop on this rhythm, yeah. So
I
let's
want to
play
hear
it.
it. Nice.
Aha. Yeah.
That's the Open Your Eyes September
September version?
theme.
That's the Juve version.
All right.
The Juve
yeah,
version.
we need the artist to add the lyrics to that now.
So what?
And to do that, you took the theme song and you used samples from it. And
Yeah,
then
I
you
just YouTube you guys and listen
You
to
dressed it up.
your stuff and we
I recreated it.
yeah, recreated.
Yeah.
So but it's that easy. I can select whatever song I need, and I can just play the keyboard. Just hit record and I got my music going. I have one small sample beat here.
Oh, this is the one Kevin will rap to, right?
Yeah, Kevin.
turn my
There's the
speakers
mic.
up. Turn my mic up. Right?
Wait, we have to.
So
I said if Little John can have a career of saying what, get a career of saying how. You know.
yeah, so
And then the rest of us say why.
Yeah, I
right?
got that.
so what I'll do, I'll just
So you have this electronic keyboard
yeah.
thing
And it,
that creates the sounds, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And more than just the key.
yeah.
You have this piece of equipment here.
Yeah, that is the interface. That's where the mic's gonna be connected.
Okay. You have special software that you use on your
Yes,
computer?
the Studio One is one of the top ones, but there are a lot. There's Fruit Loops, Logic, Pro Tools, Cubase. Equipment is diverse with all these operating systems.
This is also essential.
Yes, because you need to hear yourself good while you're singing with the song. So
Yeah, for Kevin.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
problem we've been having, right? So
Yeah,
you put
turn the
on.
headphones up.
put on the headphones and
Oh,
when
you
we
don't hear
Okay, stand
anything
over.
else.
You're looking the part. Go ahead.
you know
Yeah.
so yeah
I
so
need this sometimes just to block out everybody else.
and
Let's talk about what's over here.
I'll get a shot of the
This fancy looking thing.
yes, this is what you call the wind filter or the noise cancellation. This
This is how you don't hear the buses driving by, right?
Right,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and it's similar material to I think it's better material than we have in our booth. We have the foam. So this cancel out the noise and it ensures the quality recording. Here we have the pop filter as well. So it takes out all that pop and spit
And your microphone.
from and then we have the condenser. So that is just all you need and you can get great quality production.
How important is a good microphone for sound production? I know it sounds.
It will cost a little bit about 200.
The other way. Turn.
Okay, they're trying to get you on camera talking. I think you're over there. That's where all the directions are coming.
Yeah,
Which camera is it? There we go.
We're good.
And that's there.
Yes, condenser microphones are getting very reasonable because now, especially in this modern time, a lot of artists are now doing their own mobile production.
Yeah.
You know, so this one is from Shure, and I think it runs about 200 US. And you can get them as a package deal because this mic.
Just the mic.
Well, there's
Just
another one that
like
came
that.
along with it as well. It comes along with the headphones and the interface, so you don't have to buy things independently.
Yeah.
I believe it's only the speakers and the noise cancellation we had to get
Separately.
separately.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are special speakers, so these speakers don't sound like the ones in.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally skipped that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That was all equipment. I thought speakers
Yes.
were speakers. This is.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
monitor. Yeah.
it's very important that you get studio monitors because
Why?
sometimes people would plug in their computer in maybe let's say a Sony, but it doesn't. The speaker doesn't give the correct frequency response. So you might think your song sounds good on that, and when you play it on something, you like hear all this bass covering up the vocals and those stuff. So these speakers are built specifically to give the proper response. So if your stuff sounds good on the monitors, then it's going to sound good on your iPhone, your headphones. So it's very important that you get studio
So
monitors.
this is it. This is the portable DYS
And that's it, you know.
studio that will be creating
Yeah.
international sounds
Right,
out
right,
of
right.
PG,
Yes.
Halakte,
PG everywhere.
yeah,
Pomona.
Benke. Where else we going?
San Pedro everywhere. So
Yeah. All right, Kevin. Now's your time. You are far more musically inclined than I am, right?
We've had this conversation. We've spoken about the weather. So what do I do?
All right, so we're just gonna say, but you know, technology now, you can fix people's voices, right? Fix the singer's voice.
Uh-huh.
He's like, yeah,
90% of it has to be accurate.
okay.
Yes, you have to be singing 90% on key for auto tune to give you justice.
So 20%.
Yeah, because if you can't literally sing off key and expect, okay, just tune my voice.
What do you do with somebody like me? Because I'm serious. I have a horrible voice.
Really
daughter-
not gonna sing for us, but you can
I
rap.
can if you want a reading.
I confess.
All right, let's have the vocal coach do it. I just want to see it in practice, right?
Yeah.
Practice.
what-
So you want to practice run?
Garin is an excellent singer. He's one of the best. But what do you do with someone who comes in who is at 20% but has a passion and love for it? And you go through with you, you say, man, you're just like Mr. Bahar would say, was HJC. You not got it. What do you do with someone like that?
Will you let them rap?
No,
I want to see the equipment in action. Who's gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to the mic?
it-
Give me a singer.
Let me quickly loop because I just have the drum. So
Yeah,
go-
yeah, all right.
hold on.
There we go. Better we leave it to the professionals.
Garin, you gonna do it?
I'm just gonna loop something here real quick.
I mean, I can sing Happy Birthday, but even that's not good.
And remember to turn.
Freestyle.
So I'm gonna take that part right there. I'm gonna play it back.
All right.
We started.
Vocals getting ready. The music is being set up. We are walking you through the production of a song in
Real time.
2 minutes. Right?
Hey.
Yeah. All right. So as you can see, I quickly have a loop of a chord line, and I basically have a rhythm, right?
All right. And you've decided what you're gonna sing.
Just a little song.
Freestyle.
Just a verse. A little freestyle.
All right.
So here we go. Tyrone, take one.
Okay, now let's hear it back, right? So we hear the whole thing back. And remember, this was take one. Everybody under pressure for 2 minutes, all right?
This touch and go, huh?
This is amazing. Now I want to be an artist. So how do you get from 20% to 100?
And then you're gonna mix it. You're gonna mix it
And then he's
down
gonna do a whole
flip
lot
it
more
out.
magic to it.
Yeah.
It's not something that's finished yet.
No, but we appreciate you for
Yeah.
being good sports.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
So you get the same high quality recording thanks to the noise cancellation and those stuff, and it's just the mixing phase, tweak up parts of the vocals and stuff, and you're good to go.
This is
well,
awesome stuff.
this is amazing, and I want to say thank you for coming in. Thank you, one, for showing the great work that's happening at the youth department.
You're welcome.
For being great youth representatives yourself, and you know, I hear that big artist coming out one day, and as they
Yes.
collect their award, they'll say it all started in Belize and the
EYS.
Department of Youth
Yes.
Services.
Yes.
Keep up the
So,
great work.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have our wrap up. So stay tuned.
Yeah.